In this video, we're going to take a look at really bringing your progressive capture flows to life through the use of Wiki Markup, giving your agents and your analysts a sort of more visually attractive appearance. So just on the portal here, if we have a look at our VPN Access catalog item, we can see to this that we've initially got a custom form in our progressive capture, which is just a standard question with a drop down. However, if we choose the connection refused option, we can see here that we drop into a second custom form in our progressive capture, which combines a number of elements that we use Wiki Markup to enable. So we've got the use of images, we've got numbering for some hints and tips, and again further down larger images, information icons, the use of bold to highlight words or important symbols, and if we click through and suggest here that we'll provide an answer to this question, go on to another form, again we can see imagery, bullet points, we can see the use of either internal or external links off to other content if we want to provide knowledge for our users in this process as well. So clicking on that in this case would open up a second tab which would take the user immediately through to an FAQ that may help them during their progressive capture experience. So we've seen what it can look like. How do we actually get to the point where we can present that kind of content? So if we switch to our admin tool and we have a look at our progressive capture flow, here we can see the first custom form that we saw in that particular flow, and as we sort of saw there was simply nothing more than a standard field, one question. It was a static drop down and we didn't really do anything with that. However, off that, if we went down the connection refuse route, we went to our internet access custom form, and here we'll see that actually what we've got is, again, potentially just one question, but we might have used other fields using the type of label before and after that question to really bring to life the form. So if we drill into our info field here, we can see that we have used it as a label, and we've done all the work as it were in the description field on here. So if we drop in, we can see that we've got quite a bit going on here. So first and foremost, at the top we have embedded an image, and we've done that by encasing the image link, the hyperlink to where that image is found, and also there we've also controlled the size of that image by just applying that or making that sort of 40 pixels when it's displaying on the page. Further down we've got using numbers to represent the information in terms of things for them to check. Again below that we've just taken an external hyperlink to the image, and again decided on the size of the image that we want that to be. Further down, when we wanted to have our exclamation mark in bold, we've just used the Wiki Markup to emphasize that, and again further below in 4 and 5 accordingly. On number 6 here, we've got the the option to see if the Wi-Fi router has been or if it needs resetting, and again we've included an image here, but rather than having a small image, we've increased the size in which that image will be displayed on the page, 150 pixels on there. So all of that, as we looked at, if we come back to our progressive capture on here, is everything that we see here above the actual question field itself. Then below that we've just got a nice information icon and use of the word next in bold. So coming back, and just to finish off on that section, if we come down to our second label on here, we can see again in our label type and in our description field that we simply have the link to that information icon, and again the size that we want that to appear on the page, and then that's simply followed by the text that's displayed, and we're using the Wiki Markup to emphasize the word next here. Coming on though and looking at the third progressive capture form where we're using links, again we can drill down and we can have a look at the use of a label field at the top of the form, a couple of questions, and again the same type of sort of closing label. But if we have a look at the open label field on here, we can see, if we drill into this, again an icon that's going to appear at the top some bullet points, again using the Wiki markup to indent and emphasize those. Then below that, rather than embedding an image, we've actually included a link here. So again, we've captured in this case, the external link that we want to make visible, and we've also then provided the text that we want to appear on that link. So when that link's clicked, when those words are clicked, it will follow this link and take us off, as we saw earlier, to an FAQ. As well as obviously using the Wiki markup to embed links, images, to format the text and such like, we can also use the custom forms, the custom fields, etc. to present this in different languages, and in the same way as any of the other fields on here, what we can simply do is create the various versions of this. So if we wanted our label and the information of that label to be in German, then we can come in into that section, and obviously we can just edit or add in the German text, which will then display on here as well. I hope that's been useful, and thanks for watching.